Hi everyone, it's me Jab, and I got to visit the Offbrand studio, formerly known as Beyond the Summit. I love how they still kept the sign, because that's a pretty good logo. But anyways, for those of you who don't know, Offbrand is a studio that Jerma, Ludwig, and some other YouTubers were doing throughout the pandemic, and it sadly got shut down. In this video, I'm showing a little exclusive event that the employees and contractors and friends and family of Offbrand got to do, where we got to go in the office early to like see what they're selling, because they're selling a bunch of their old equipment they don't need anymore. So eventually it's going to be open to the public, as I was told, like fans can come over and like buy stuff from their studio. But yeah, for now it's their friends and family events, or in my case, friends and friends, because I'm not really involved with this side of YouTube, but my good friend Kwon is. Kwon did some broadcasting work for them, and he invited me to this little event they're doing, so shouts out to him. This is my first time in the studio and my last time, sadly, but I figured it'd be a fun video just to show what the office looks like now as everything's shutting down. Just a little exploration, preserving history and all that. This is the break room, I'm assuming. It's a big old kitchen, and I found this pantry that I'm assuming just held a bunch of food for the employees and whatnot. But I found these badges for a Beyond the Summit event. There's a spectator badge, there's a 3-day main stage badge. I'm assuming this is for a Smash event or another fighting game event. I'm not super involved in Smash, so I wasn't really paying attention to this studio back when they were Beyond the Summit. But yeah, they have a lot of these spare badges. Here's a staff badge. I guess it's better to produce more badges than less. But yeah, there was a lot in here, a lot of unused badges. Either that or people probably aren't into collecting badges like I am, and they just put the badges back in after they don't need them anymore. I don't know. I'm a nerd. Badges are sacred to me, so I would have kept it, but I understand people are like, oh, this is just work, let's put it back. And I turned over here and I saw the purple thing. This is like a mattress company a lot of YouTubers were sponsored by, and they had these weird like stim toys or like stress relievers. I don't know, it was weird. But then I found these Streamer Award branded playing cards. This one really interested me. I wonder if this was like the gift people got last Streamer Awards since it wasn't public, but yeah, that was an interesting sight to see. Here's the kitchen. There's me, looking confused and annoying. Here's a big sign over here. The road ahead looks rocky, but that's alright with me. Shouts out to Tiny. I don't know who Tiny is, but shouts out to you. Here's their kitchen. It looks like someone already has ownership of that fridge. Lot of Red Bull. Here's a Yoshi egg. Only cans. I get it. That's awesome, dude. But anyways, as you can see, there's some items that have blue tape on it, because like people were like claiming ownership of them, be like, I want this table, I want this fridge. Here's a unused room. Kind of doubled as an urban exploration situation for me, since everyone's obsessed with like backroom stuff. Here is the stage where they filmed Unpaid Intern. Little melancholic to see all the furniture gone. Oh, here's a Newton's Cradle. Yeah, there's me getting distracted. I've always wanted a Newton's Cradle, never got one. I guess I probably could have got that one. And then here's a control room back here that was probably once filled with a lot of aluminum, steel, buttons, and cords. This is the stuff my friend Kwon would do. They would basically just make a camp here where they would just monitor all the cameras, all the microphones, and everything. Every great journey begins with a single step. Yeah, there was a lot of motivational posters that were around this office, which I guess is needed. I mean, you know, it's a little push some employees need, I guess. Here's a wall where I'm assuming all of their employees, contractors, and friends got to sign. I was thinking about signing it, but, you know, the office is shutting down, so it's probably not that useful, but it's cool seeing everyone making their mark. There's a motorcycle we'll talk more about later. Here's a cardboard cutout of Ludwig as a milkman. I don't know which one that is from, but here is a sea of gaming chairs. This was super funny because they were just giving these out for free. They weren't selling these. They were like, just take them, take as many as you want. It's so funny that gaming chairs are like not in style anymore, because I remember back in the early mid to late 2010s, everyone was like, you gotta get a DX Racer, dude. And now people want nothing to do with these gaming chairs. I still took one because of the Beyond the Summit logo on it, but yeah, they wanted absolutely nothing to do with these chairs. Here's another room that had all these chairs. Oh my god, I don't even know how they got this many. Apparently none of the employees cared for them, because like even then I feel like they could still make like 50 bucks per chair, but they just don't want them around that bad. Here are the legit chairs, the chairs that you should be getting. These chairs were for sale, because unlike the gamer chairs, These chairs are actually comfortable and not bad for your back. So many chairs, man. But it's also kind of melancholic in a way because, I mean, it really shows how many people were working for the studio and how many people were devoting their time sitting in these chairs and just, you know, having to say goodbye to those chairs and their desks and their offices. It was a sad vibe. And here's a room with all the TVs. Lots and lots of TVs. Way better than I would probably ever get. But hey, it was for broadcasting, so not necessarily for consumers. Here's a room with more TVs, but this one's a bit more cleaned out. I guess they're just going through one room at a time. Here's an extra room back here that just has a bunch of like cords and lighting equipment. Doesn't seem like many of this stuff was for sale because they weren't really hyping it up as much as the other items. I have no idea what these are. I'm sure someone that works in pre-production can specify in the comments, but yeah, these were all bagged up. Didn't know what they were. Didn't really want to mess with them, so I just moved on. Here is the main room. This is where a bunch of their events were being filmed, and now it looks like a flea market. Yeah, I never got to see the actual stage in person, but I'm seeing this in person. There's another motivational sign. And a sea of CRTs. An ocean, which I guess checks out because, you know, they played Melee. Here's the bathroom. Flush the toilet and wash your hands. You know, I appreciate that message. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, I'm not sure if they've announced a date yet as of recording this, but they're going to be letting everyone who's in LA just come to this studio and just either purchase or even just take things, because a lot of this stuff they were giving away for free. A lot of this furniture they wanted nothing to do with. Here's a bunch of Red Bull. You'll be seeing more of that later. But yeah, they just want everything gone because I guess they just have to sell this building soon, and they just don't want to waste their time bringing all this to landfill. This sign's really funny. Please pour any drink that isn't Red Bull into a cup. The big Red Bull sponsor, they don't want to see them drinking anything else. That's a little dystopian, but really funny at the same time. Here's an off-brand staff-only sign that I thought would show this text right here frontwards, but it's still just backwards. But I think it says filming in studio, maybe smoky, do not worry. Yeah, because they probably had a bunch of fog machines. There's their Beyond the Summit logo on the floor, and there wasn't really anything back here. But before I take you to the main event, let's go upstairs for a sec, because I think these rooms are empty, but, you know, I like urban exploration, so that's just me. Here's a room with a whole line of unopened Red Bull. Just a whole lot. I don't know how many cans this company gave them, but it was insane how many cans that were just lying around, just unopened. Moon Juice was here. Okay, shout out to Moon Juice. I don't know who you are, but shouts out. I want to say this is probably a control room, but they also said another room was in here for a bunch of esports events, and I want to say it was this room, because this room looks big enough to definitely hold like 5 or 6 people. They said a lot of Melee tournaments were in here, a lot of FGC tournaments were in here, but now it just looks like a back room that hasn't been touched in years. Here's a whole bunch of couches. I live in a small apartment, so I couldn't bring any of these couches. I also didn't have a car big enough to fit them, but if anyone out there needs furniture, stay tuned for them announcing when everyone can come out and get these, because these are good couches. It'll be a shame if most of them got thrown away. Bunch of beanbags. A beanbag I did take, and it barely fits in my apartment, but I've always wanted a beanbag. I never had a beanbag before. There's a pillow from Dota, and they had a lot of children's board games. I don't know why. Polly the Insulting Parrot, and then a wooden fishing game. Okay, sure, why not? Pie Face, Speak Out. Yeah, why not, man? And here's, I want to say these are just monitors for microphones, which I don't really need. I don't even know how many of their fans are going to need this stuff, because a lot of this is like pre-production broadcast stuff, which a lot of people, even if you're a content creator, you're kind of just making stuff on your desk. So I hope these still go out to good people, even if none of their fans get them. The lavalier mics are very convenient, though. I was considering picking a few of them up, but I already have like 3 or 4 lavalier mics, so I'm just gonna let someone else take that. Really beautiful TriCasters. These are like top brand, easily worth 5 figures. Some more TriCasters over here. Oh man, if only I had the money to buy these, because these TriCasters easily go for like 10 grand. I don't know if they were selling it for 10 grand, but it would definitely be in the thousands. Here's a bunch of computer fans. There's a singular GameCube there that I think was already claimed. Yeah, because why wouldn't it be? Lots of desktops. Some of these were just the shells, but there were like complete desktops here. And if I had the money, I probably would have gotten one, because my desktop is chugging a little bit. A lot of monitors and all. Saw that message, thanks for everything, which is very, 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 very sad. But it's also nice to see a lot of people leaving on good terms. A lot of people who were off-brand employees in this building were talking about how great Germa was to work with, how great of a person he was, which it's always nice to see that people you look up to are actually really good people.
Did you get the big ass?
Yeah, he sold it to me for 20. The backdrop. Yeah, there's a second one in there.
The creator dodgeball, like what is it? The giant.
The backdrop where people were taking photos at. Yeah. The prop room is crazy. So what Kwon's talking about is I went to the Creator Dodgeball event in person and they had 2 backdrops for people to take photos in, and they were just in the prop room and the guy sold it to me for $20. So I have one of only 2 of these that were ever made. It's way too big for my apartment. I cannot hang it up, but I just thought it was so funny and cool that I got to purchase a prop that only 2 were ever made from, even though Creator Dodgeball wasn't their biggest event by any means, but it was one of my favorite events they ever did, so it means a lot to me. There's a DX Racer pillow. A lot of wall mounts, I think. There's a lot of multi-plugs, some more TriCasters, some more computer equipment that I am not smart enough to exactly know what they are. But yeah, just a lot of equipment that they invested into this. It's crazy. We got some shotgun microphones, some microphone handles, an N64 and an NES, which, yes, was already taken. That Super Nintendo was instantly claimed. Got some gamer stuff up here, some Oculus headsets, and the Atari flashback that another dude was really excited to see, so shouts out. I hope you enjoy that Atari flashback. A lot of Focusrite Scarlets, which all my voice actor friends tell me suck, so I didn't bother getting one. I already have an interface anyway, so it's not like I need one. I did pick up one of these Hypercast or Quadcast microphones because I need a microphone that's not a condenser so I can record multiple people on once. This one was overkill. These were keyboards that came with Steam Deck style cases. We were all laughing at that, being like, imagine needing a case for a keyboard, but I mean, hey, if you travel around with your keyboard and don't want it to be destroyed, then there you go. Get a Lenovo keyboard with a hard shell case like that. This was beautiful. Blackmagic Studio camera for $250. That is an insanely good deal. And Kwon bought one of them. And albeit it's just a monitor, but like still, if you want to get into like DIY broadcasting, like this is... God damn, these prices were so good. Here are some of the office desks that have some goodbye letters, which again, really sad. Here's some tripods, I think, or just some really, really, like, beefy tripods. Here's a bunch of laptops that they were selling. Unfortunately, the specs weren't up to par for my laptop, so I wasn't that interested. But here's a bunch of Stream Decks. A lot of aspiring streamers should come to this and get Stream Decks. There's a Steam controller that was just lying there. I don't know if that was a part of these sets. Now this, I have no idea what these are. I want to say these convert VHS cords to HDMI, but it's also called like the Decimator or something, so I don't know if it was meant to like destroy cables or whatever, but that was way out of my knowledge. I have no idea what those are. A lot of XLR cables. And then here's a bunch of mouse pads and like mouse, I don't know if mouse pad is like the right term for the ones that are really big like this, but they had a lot of them. Some of them were off-brand themes, some of them just had random, I don't know if this beehive thing has anything to do with it, and a lot of keyboards. If you're a keyboard nerd like I am, this is heaven for you. And I love how they censored the word gamer mice. I like that. A lot of headphones. And then here's one of their server rooms, I think. Yeah, these were mostly servers. There's a gigantic Beyond the Summit logo behind there. But yeah, the amount of like servers they needed just to do like a single stream still baffles me. Here's one of the smaller control rooms. I think that was the room my friend Kwon told me he worked in. But yeah, here's all these desktops, and never seen this many modern desktops all in one place. The server racks, that's what these are called. Yeah, just knowing that all these computers served some tiny purpose, but like if one of them went out, the whole production gets destroyed. Like, I'm an editor for a reason. Pre-production scares the fuck out of me. I respect the shit out of anyone who does pre-production like this because I instantly get intimidated. And then over here are the Red Bull fridges. I learned that Red Bull doesn't sell these to the public. They only sell these to like people that they're working with, so understandably, they price these fridges at like $300, $400. These fridges were only like $50 because they're just regular fridges. But like the Red Bull ones, I had no idea how much of a big deal they were. Here's a bunch of off-brands. I want to say crew shirts. Either way, like none of them fit me, so I just got a few of these for my partner and some of my other friends. They were giving these out for free, so if they're still giving out these shirts for free, make sure you get your hands on them if you're not as fat as me and you can actually fit these. Yeah, here's ones that say staff. I took a few of those. A lot of Red Bull. They were selling these whole cases for $10, but people kept taking singular ones out of the cases that no one bought the cases, but whatever. It's not like anyone needs that much Red Bull anyway. Some Donkey Konga bongos. I already have a pair, so I didn't need them. I didn't really buy much from this event. I bought a tablet, I bought that microphone, and I bought the photo backdrop thing, but that was pretty much all I got. Here's the other server room. They were selling these servers for like $2-3 grand, which no one was shocked by, so I guess it's a good deal. I'm like admittedly not as knowledgeable on what the purpose of these servers have, because I don't run a production as big as this. Here's some GameCube controllers, an Xbox controller. I think this is specifically the Minecraft one. I don't know. Show me green and white anything and I'm just gonna assume it's Minecraft. So here's another office that is slowly getting taken down. Love that on-air sign. Here's the other control room I showed earlier, completely cleaned out and emptied out. And then here's another room that had a lot of like school desks. And I was told that this was the room that the elves were in during the Germa Christmas stream a few years back. So it was cool finally seeing the room where it was all taking place. And maybe these desks has something to do with another stream that I didn't see, but yeah, lots and lots of college desks in that room. There was a couple offices, but I didn't want to bother people too much because some people were still working in it, but I still wanted to get a glimpse of this because I love when offices allow you to graffiti the walls. Just a vibe I've always loved, even though it's probably very painfully millennial, but whatever. Here's another unused room that I was actually particularly interested in because I saw the box that people get when they get YouTube play buttons. And I was tempted to take the box, but I don't want to take a box away from someone that actually earns the play button, so I ended up not taking it. But it was really interesting. I never saw the box up front. And then there's a BTS calendar. I wonder if the joke was because, you know, Beyond the Summit, BTS, haha. But underneath it was another YouTube play button box. But I'm gonna have to censor some of the information on there. But yeah, it was really cool seeing the boxes up close. I doubt the people who had this cared, but I just didn't want to assume. And also, it's just so fucking nerdy of me to hype over a YouTube box. I'm so YouTube pilled, man. LACS Rivals, I did not tune into this event, but here's some of the backdrops for it. And back here are like mostly cleaned out rooms. I think these were just a lot of people's personal offices that they made sure everything was out of before the public comes in, because yeah, understandably you don't want people to think that your personal shit is for sale, right? Love this Beyond the Summit logo that they're putting on the floor of every room. It really blends in with like the, I don't want to say granite or whatever design the floor is, but yeah, there is two dudes having a meeting back there, so I didn't want to bother them. What'd you get?
You remember Juiced?
Oh yeah.
The jumpsuits we used on Juiced.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
I had to take like 3 of each color.
Fuck yeah. Now for people that don't care about tech stuff, but just care about the YouTuber stuff, this is the room you want to be in. This is the prop room. This is the room that I got the creator dodgeball backdrop from, but there was just so much stuff, costumes, props, like sunglasses, hats, like just anything you can think of that were used for the events were all in this room. This is someone who's a huge fan of this group probably wants to be in all day. This is where all the cardboard cutouts of people were in, and of course, because I'm super nerdy, I fucking go into the server room instead. Okay, here's the server room. I guess this is the security surveillance. Yeah, I guess for some reason they shoved whoever was a security guy into the prop room. Okay, get out of here, dude. Go back to the props. But yeah, here's one of the wheels that they use. I kept landing on spin again. A lot of ping pong balls. Is this an intercom? I don't know. I guess I didn't pick it up. I don't know why I didn't. Beautiful, beautiful CRT that, you know, I don't have the strength or space in my car to bring home. Some cardboard cutouts of Hungrybox, and I don't know who this guy is. I apologize. I did not take the Hungrybox one. I don't know, just having cardboard cutouts of YouTubers in my room, I think that's a bit too parasocial, but more power to anyone who got these. But what I did get is one of these elf costumes. These were the elf costumes that were used for the Germa Christmas stream, and my partner was a big fan of that stream, so I got them an elf costume. so they can be like, yo, this costume was used for the Germa set. So I thought that was fun. But yeah, here's all the costumes that people used in these past streams. So if you're a fan of like on-set stuff, or you just want to wear the same shirt your favorite streamer wore, then this is the room for you. Here's another room that just has a lot of extra equipment. Looks like more monitor mounts and some other like computer monitors, and there's a toilet there. So that's cool. It's really interesting, like no matter how big the internet gets, if you want to make big internet productions, you still need people to do handyman stuff. Like, you know, the whole meme of like, stop wanting to be content creators, we need electricians. Like we really do. We really do need people that know how to do this stuff so we can produce content as big as this in the future. Here's one of these really big camera holders. Again, I don't know the proper term for it, but these are like the ones that, you know, events in the Microsoft Theater have to deal with. Like this is some big stuff, and I do get the genuine concern about people not learning this stuff in the future. I recorded some stuff for Kwon that I think he's gonna do his own perspective of, but I'll play a few clips from his end too, just to get a perspective of someone that actually worked for them. So
What is your name here?
Yes, it is. You want to find it, bro? Find my name real quick.
What color is it?
Yellow. It's all the way on the left side.
oh, I found it.
It's me. I'm Korean.
There it is.
Oh no, it's right here.
Oh yeah, show the moped.
The story for this is that
It was
it was
stolen.
for an auction. It's for a charity auction, but the guy that won, apparently he did on a stolen credit card.
Oh.
Something like that. So then they went down the list to see the next buyer, and the next person like, and the next person like, and then just here.
That's a wild story.
You can buy it for like $950. You're good. This is where Unpaid Intern was shot. Never did the final episode.
Oh no.
Damn shame, dude. This is such a famous song. This
Oh.
is where in the Germa Christmas special episode,
Yeah.
where Germa comes out of this part. Actually, the whole sequence, the Unpaid Intern room, the point of the Germa Christmas special is like, it started off as like a award show.
Right.
So the award show was here, and then he gets mad and he comes out here.
Where like the elf room is.
Yeah. And he like some pushes people, spills some coffee, and then goes in here. And this was where the elf room was.
Oh, okay.
Had a bunch of fake snow everywhere.
Well, hey, talk about your memories here.
Come on,
Give us. Yeah, come on. You got a lot of memories
Oh
here.
yeah, dude. I think the coolest part was for me was like just coming in for the different events, and it just looks different all the time.
Right.
And so this whole room would just be themed completely, and I thought that was like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of work.
It would just look like a completely different place. And now it looks like a storage unit. But yeah, I hope you guys found this interesting, seeing the office one last time before it gets closed down. Want to give a big thanks to Kwon for inviting me. Thanks to all the Offbrand people who just were cool with me going around their office just exploring. And I hope everyone who worked at Offbrand, I wish them successful careers moving on past this. And I hope all their fans get to eventually see all these goodies and be able to pick themselves up something nice that they can say, oh, this used to be in the Offbrand office. But yeah, this was a fun trip. Weird video. I have a better video coming out soon, so if you want to stick around for that, if you don't hate my voice, I would appreciate you subscribing, because this is a brand new channel that I'm building from the ground up, so it would be highly appreciated. Okay, I'm gonna stop babbling. Goodbye. I also love how the fridge says, please pour any drink that isn't Red Bull into a cup.
Oh yeah, that was a big rule.